What's happening, everybody? This is the first daily truth of 2026, and it's also the last. And I will tell you why in a minute. Like this video, share this video, do all the things with this video. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be creating content. It just means the daily truth after an estimated maybe 5 over 400, I would say over 400, under 600 daily truths is going to be coming to an end for now. I would assume probably not picking back up this year, but I could be wrong. But fact is, this is the first and the last of the year. I see some people jumping on. I will get into some of the whys on that because I think it's part of the daily truth. It's the daily thought today. So this isn't because I've run out of truth. I'm gonna make sure the dogs are going nuts out there. Not because I've run out of things to say or truth, but and not because the world doesn't need daily truths or need me, whatever. That's not it. But because sometimes the best thing you could do is take a pause and reflect, figure out what you've been working on, and then to honor and celebrate the journey that was the daily truth and prepare for what's next. I did the daily truth as a way of creating something where I could talk on a daily basis, get out my feelings, try to spread positivity, sometimes very rarely talk about political stuff, but for the most part it was to get out what was my truth that I believed was the truth in many ways, shapes, and forms. In that, I spoke on a lot of different topics, and it was perfect for me in that era, and I'll explain why it's different now. I have so much content that if I were to go do if you don't know, I'm a speaker. If you're new to this space, I'm a professional speaker, MC, etc. I have so much content that if I want to go through my Rolodex of what I've done in the last we'll go with 500 daily truths across the board. I can pick and choose and pull stuff to where I can consistently speak for a long extended period of time about stuff that I've spoken about on a daily basis for a long time. This did at the end of the year. If you saw December, it got less and less. I got busier and busier. I took on another marketing client. I've done I'm doing more speaking events. I'm working more with becoming the better you. I also have my speaking classes that are filling up. It was during college football season, so I was stacked 14 weeks of that year where I'm gone on Thursdays and back on Saturdays, and I was exhausted. So I was doing less and less. And in the beginning, this was such a joy. And then it became a little bit of a chore, and not in a bad way. It's not like it was like, oh, I don't want to do it. I could always choose to not do it or skip a day. But at the same time, what was the purpose? And ultimately, the purpose for me in 2026 is going to be growing my influence. And I talk during my speaking classes about the fact that you don't need a million followers. You don't need a whole bunch. You don't need that in order to create impact. And that is still 100% true. But if you were to ask, if I were to take my reflection on the beginning of the year, how I can make more impact and how I can grow my voice and what I do, it's going to require mass. For me, it's not for everybody. There's a lot of people that are very successful coaches, successful this on a small follower level. One of the biggest and best speakers I know in the country, I say this all the time, has like 750 Instagram followers and doesn't really care about social media and gets paid 50 grand a speaking event and has a multi-million-dollar business, very successful, and it's in the coaching space. But for me, what I wanted at the beginning of this year was influence. How do I gain influence? How do I gain this? It's going to still be creating actually more content probably, but it's going to be short form. We are progressively on a daily basis becoming more and more cluttered with all of the different things we see. However, we're looking at these more than we ever have. So the key is grabbing attention. The key is going to be, I do something in my Wednesday night classes, my Toastmasters on steroids, where we have quotes and we take the quotes and we turn it into our own. I will be probably creating a bunch of those on a 1-minute basis and putting that out as content, motivational content, sharing my story that way, doing that. That's going to be one of the things I continue to share on the Instagram at Anthony Michael Russo. And even that'll pop up on the Facebook and Twitter, all the different spots. And I think that that's more effective for this phase of my life. So the journey of the daily truth, it started out as what I would consider a whisper, a nudge, something to get me going. And trust me, it's funny. As somebody that's been a speaker for a very, very long time, I will watch the very first couple daily truths and cringe because I was trying to memorize. I was trying to have a full script. I was trying to do something that wasn't me. And then somewhere in the middle, somewhere after about 40 of them or 30 of them, I kind of hit my stride. And then now it's muscle memory. I also use notes. I've used my own little version of a teleprompter system often to make sure I'm saying the things that I want. So what I went through with the Daily Truth was the way to speak life, to challenge the listener, to try to stir the minds of the sometimes right now, for example, 38 people watching, and then the couple hundred that would watch afterwards for however long, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and sometimes watch the whole thing. But now looking back, it was something very powerful, and it was self-serving to me, which is, I think, one of the things that we forget, that we feel like we always have to be of service to other people, forgetting that there is a way to be of service to other people and also serve ourselves. And I think that's the key to life. There was a rhythm to it. There was a movement. There was a voice to it. It wasn't built on perfection. It was built on stumbling sometimes over my words, trying to figure out what to say. And I see Rose, Shirley, Cricket, what's going on? In the Daily Truths, we've covered fear, faith, politics, pain, hope, healing, hustling, working, grinding, all these different things. And the people that have paid attention to this, you've allowed me to come out here and be real. And I remember one of the last ones I did last month, somebody came in the comments and was like, "Oh, I've been dying for these. Where have these been?" Which is one of the things I thought about when I said that I was ending. Who is the Duffer brothers? I don't know who the Duffer. I got to look up Duffer. Hi, Roxanne. So there's been people, I've had people jump in. I've gone on a spiritual journey, a religious journey, 100%, definitely. I've gotten stronger, especially in the last calendar year in my faith. And I've brought it to this channel, including with Bible verses when I do this. That doesn't end on my social media. That doesn't end on my content creation. Actually, that just grows. But again, short form, because that is the season that I think I'm in and what I think is needed to grow the following. And I will set an intention now that my 5,500 or whatever I'm at, 50 something Instagram followers becomes much larger by the end of the year. I would love to reach 100,000 followers, because not because of the number, not because of the brag, but because of the influence that comes with it and the ability to continue to make this a profession. So again, this isn't a goodbye to the Daily Truth. Well, it is a goodbye to the Daily Truth. It's not a goodbye to me. It's strategic in many ways. I shared this with just a small group of people the other day. Sometimes growth happens when things change and things shift. Think of this in your own life, and this is where um, this is where I am creating the idea for you. This is not something I gave up on in a short period of time, nor am I giving up on it. I took 3 years to create these several hundred daily truths. This is a shift into the next season of what is the Daily Truth. And I might even say things like the truth or the Daily Truth, but I'm not going to be doing the video, sitting down, forcing myself in the morning to do something that I don't think serves me anymore, to create content that I already created 600 of. I like doing interviews. I might go back to do some interviews. I might do some different things that fill my time and be wise with that time as well. And if anybody's wondering about the sniffles, I've been battling some bad allergies out here in Texas for a week because we haven't had a winter. Very weird. So that's it. That's what I got for you guys. This pause in this, or stoppage in this, is to reload the arsenal for the other things I'm doing. It's God calling me to the next phase of my creation, speaking, etc. The mission does not stop. It just shifts. So I don't need to do a daily video to stay in the fight. I wanted to completely avoid politics this year. If anybody follows my social media, they will see that I could not, because the topic that is big right now, I don't believe is political. I believe it is logic and common sense based. So This is about where I end. This is my truth to you. My comments to you is you've all got truth inside of you. You have got God behind you, and you've got a purpose ahead of you. So whatever you're working on, keep going, keep standing, keep speaking. Doesn't matter if the mic is on or off. When your voice rests, your purpose reloads. And I'm going to leave that with, I'll continue to talk about the fact that every Wednesday night, I've got my Toastmasters with Steroids. That is a community group. That is a paid group. It will be going up in price to $80 a month because it is pretty much full. So I'm only taking a couple more people. But for now, it is that same $30 price. So if you go to, is that doubledownspeaking.com? I think that's doubledownspeaking.com. You can go and register. You can get 2 weeks for free. I have a free speaking webinar coming up on February 2nd right now. That's GetBetteratspeaking.com. It's free if you want to go to that. It's evolved a lot to a very, very condensed, solid 45, 50-minute webinar with tips and tricks you could take away with you to become a better speaker. Register now. Go to GetBetterAtSpeaking.com. As you can see, I'm working very hard on the Yay Sports hats brand that the amount of issues I've ran into in the last 3 weeks that I don't, or month that I don't speak of, is vast, all the way from trademarking issues to crowdfunding issues to the company to legal issues to all the different stuff. So for those of you that were interested in investing, it is still coming. Oh yeah, overseas product make a lot of problems. But that's just what you face. And that's part of it. And that's part of the fun journey of building a new brand. Still a lot of great feedback with it. If you're still interested, that will be posted again when it is time, when we figure out the right crowdfunding, if it is even possible. What else? Follow me at Anthony Michael Russo. That's what I would ask of you right now. Follow me there. And that'll be where you'll get a lot. I think the Instagram and my TikTok is going to be Instagram mostly. TikTok is going to be the place also where you can get some daily doses of information. Anyways, guys, I see the comments ending. I was sad when you said what ended. What made you smile today? Anything about doing that page? Everybody's a digital creator. I'm going to put that up there. Everybody is a digital creator. You create whatever you want to do. So I appreciate you guys. Cricket, thank you for that. And yes, and honestly, this isn't like, oh, I'm sick of doing the Daily Truth. This is more of I think that there is a better use of my time, especially since I kept putting this off. I was putting this off mostly because I couldn't breathe the last 4 days, and I sounded even worse than I do right now because of my allergies. So I think that's what I got for you guys. Still doing last thing. I did decide to do, somebody was on their page doing a 72-hour fast. So I'm actually, let's see where I'm at. I'm currently 37 hours into the fast. I feel pretty dang good. I definitely, over the last couple months, right after during college football, it's like it's free food everywhere. So I feel like I have to eat it. And I hadn't been taking my Make Wellness peptides. You can't sound worse than you do right now. Trust me, Casey, I did. I sounded way worse than I do right now. So I had not been taking my Make Wellness peptides. Needless to say, I got a little fluffy, started feeling like crap. I've been having some foot problems that I'm not used to. I'm usually Superman physically, and I have been, just being lazy. So it was that time for a reset. And fun fact, in 37 hours, the amount of water weight and crap that I flushed out of my system is over 8 pounds. That's ridiculous. I'm Cricket. I'm doing 72, but with an option to extend. I'm debating whether or not to do a full 5 days. I don't know. We'll see. I'm actually feeling really good on this one. The first time I did not do coffee. I'm doing coffee this time and sparkling water, mineral water, no flavor. Makes a difference. Because I'm going to tell you, I was miserable right about this time on the other one. I'm definitely not. I feel better right now. All right. That's what I got for you guys. Again, follow me at Anthony Michael Russo. If you're interested in the hats, go to Yay Sports Gear. We've had a very good launch. I wouldn't say great launch, good launch. A lot of people bought them. You get 20% off with code First Team. I even had my good friend Kendall in Kentucky share it. We had like 150 people go to the website that day. We did have one buy. But we've sold about, I think we've sold about 30 hats so far, which is great. So continue to join the journey, ladies and gentlemen, and have a blessed day. Have a great day, and I will see you on the flip side. God bless. Take it easy. Okay. What makes me smile these days? The fact that I am moving to a new era, moving to a new place in these videos. It's not a lease. I don't even know what that means. All right. God bless, guys. Take it easy.